All right, so we'll stand here by the remnants of the forge. All right, so what you're about to see, should you watch it, is my latest attempt to try to make some tongs. I'm still learning, and you'll see at the end, I still don't have it right. But I have learned some things and talking to some people. Thank you, Gary. I will keep trying, and I've had fun today, even though they look they don't look great. But anyway, we'll see. You'll hang in there, and watch me try to figure this out. All right. Well, I've seen this technique done as a teaching device, where a blacksmith will use like a clay or something I made to my own putty out of flour and water. But the idea here is that you can move this around and kind of show technique. I'm learning to make tongs. I haven't learned, and who knows how this will turn out, but I thought I would try this technique just to show one thing that I have learned, and was what I was told. Gary Huston told me about it, and so I'm going to try this out today and just see how it works. I'm going to take this putty and just hit it a couple times and just show you what I was doing and what I think I'm supposed to be doing. So originally, the technique is to do your jaw, turn it, put the boss in, turn it 90 again, put the set down or setback for the rein. And what I have been doing is hitting it like here, and I hit it right there. You can see I am on the full face on the anvil, and you can see what happens to the material. Basically, this flat spot almost turns out right in the middle of the putty. And one of the things that was happening to me was that was screwing me up because I would get it on here, then I would forget which way I had started because there was no real reference point since everything was right in the middle. So I would do that. I would bring it 90 degrees, and again I would hit it right here on the anvil. And what was happening is I was flattening it out in the center, and it just wasn't my efforts at making one side or even both sides of the tong just wasn't working. So what I was told to do, Gary told me I should, and I've seen this on some other videos, it wasn't emphasized, or at least I didn't pick it up. It needs to be a half on, half off technique. And that was that was pretty horrible. But even at that, even with as horrible as that hit was, I hit it way too hard. You see what happened? It basically moved the jaw down to one side of the putty. Let me just tear this off and do it again, only not quite so brutal. So again, this is my jaw. I'm gonna do half on, half off, and just show you what happens here. So I just hit it lightly, but you can see what's happening now is the material is moving, the jaw is moving down this direction. So as I'm hitting, now I can flatten it out, and I know where my reference point is because I've basically got this set down in here. And I guess that's probably premature to even start worrying about setting the jaw at this point. Same thing is true when I get it to this side. So we hit it here, turning it 90 degrees, and rather than hitting it full faced, I'm going to hit it out here on the side, half off, half on, half off. And you see what happens now. It's not quite as evident, but essentially the boss is coming off this direction. The putty's not an exact, obviously not an exact thing, but it's pretty clear that hitting it half on is going to drive the jaw down, this side of the jaw down, and I'm going to end up with a shape like that. Once I've done that, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn it 90 degrees, and I'm going to get the setback in here, for my rein. And you can start to see now I've got this shape that the jaw is down here, and the rein is actually, it's probably gonna be more like, you know what, this still doesn't look right to me. I'm gonna heat some metal up and just smack it around. We'll see what happens. Here is an early attempt at trying to do the reins. You can see I've got a jaw and a boss and a rein here, and a jaw and a boss and a rein. Now they're not straight. Maybe that's part of my problem. I can see that this one, the boss is running off this direction, and it's not, as you can see, it's not perpendicular. And I try to put them together. I mean, I guess they might have worked if I got rid of the, the little piece in here that a lot of times either gets filed down or gets knocked out of there at an angle when they're forging them. It's possible I could, and then I could have bent the reins up to get them out of the way so they'd be coming down on top of each other instead of, I guess like this. Yeah, see, I'm sort of close, but I'm not there. So we're going to try it. I'm going to knock the other ends of these around. Maybe I'll just cut these off. And my fire's getting hot now, so I can go ahead and heat these up, and we'll just play with it and see what happens. Again, half on, half off. Take it over to the boss. 90 degrees. Set back. So we'll see. I mean, it may be looking better. I've seen things offset, and the rein is definitely going to be higher than the jaw here. So maybe when I hit it again, I can drive that down a little more. I'll probably hit. See, I actually hit it here probably more than I hit it here. So I missed. Someday I'll learn to swing a hammer. All right, do it again. So here's my metal. I'm going to go half on, half off. Come over here. Half on, half off. And again, half on, half off. Starting to make a little bit better shape now, so maybe I'll start to try to draw this out just a little bit, straighten these up just a tad, see if I can't make it a little bit better in here. But I think we're getting, that may be in the trick, do the half on, half off thing. Let's see, I'll do the other one. Here we go. I didn't do half on. And I turn it again the same direction. Half on, half off. That boss should probably be straight off of one of these angles, maybe straight off the bottom. Although here, here, here. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so here they are. I think they look sort of the same. Turn them around, setbacks and stuff are sort of in the same spot. Now the question is, do they go that one's got to, I'm pretty sure they should go like this. Maybe they go just straight on like that, and maybe my boss is just not wide enough, because that actually would be pretty darn close, I think, if I could do them like that. You see that all right? Rotate them around. Just the only problem is I have, take this glove off, is that I think the biggest problem I have right now is just I don't have enough meat to overlap these guys. And it seems strange to me that that doesn't look, that can't be right. My jaws, one should be high and one should be low, I would think, like that. Maybe that's the way they're supposed to be. Here. And then the reins, I just have to, if I had them riveted, I guess I could adjust the jaws to be able to grab something, straighten the whole mess out, and maybe even bend the reins a little more to follow the setback that was put in here. Like this one needs to come up higher, I think. I don't know. Let me try one little thing. I'll be back in just a sec. Let me heat him up again. All right, I'm going to I'm going to see if I can't maybe raise that up a little bit where the setback is. Give it a little more of a set like that. And maybe I'll even try to straighten that out a little bit. This guy's kind of crooked. And we're bent like this, but I'm going to leave that just to see how it looks when I put it up next to the other one. That's reasonably straight there. I would do the same thing with this guy. I'm going to raise that up quite a bit. Probably more than I should have, but oh well. It's just 3/8 inch rebar, who cares? And again, that's reasonably straight going that direction. It looks like I may even just bring it up a little bit more just to see if I can get that jaw to come together without having the reins in the way. Let me cool them off and we'll look at them. All right, so here they are. I mean, they're basically the same. I've got the reins are kind of exaggerated off, you know. So if I take this, turn one of them 180 degrees out. I know you can't see this, but I think we're reasonably close. I think that would work. You know, I need cleaning up, and the jaws need straightening out, and but I think this may work. I think I may be there. Well, you know, be there in the respect that I've got a long way to go, but the basics seem to be there for what needs to happen. And they just need fine-tuned is what they need. I think we're there. All right, so here's the secret. The secret that everybody tries to tell you when you're learning and you don't hear it. First one, everything is half on, half off. All right, get this where my left hand is holding the hammer. Half on, half off. Bring it over here. Half on, half off. Bring it here. Half on, half off. That's going to give you the setbacks here and here. Well, actually here, here, and here that you need for getting these together. So now I need some bigger material. I just got some 1/2 inch rebar. I'm going to try this again with a 1/2 inch. See if I can't get a little more distance out of the boss here, make it a little wider, and make my jaws just a hair longer too, just because I can. We'll see. We'll give it a go. Anyway, thanks a lot.